in town and removed by the end of this year. In the Parks Department,
the end of this year?
End of the fiscal year, June 30th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not by 2 or 3 weeks from now. I wouldn't be
I was
here
going to say it'd be the fastest moving city in this country.
And I believe you just asked a question for your... You're going to get off easy tonight. In the Parks Department, we're trying to get a good idea of what's out there. I mean, for so long, there's been so many parks out there that we don't know if they're ours, if they're neighborhoods, if they're contractors, who's maintaining them, who's taking care of them, what amenities, what needs fixed, repaired. We're trying to get a good handle of that. We're almost there, but we're just still trying to see what's available. Forestry Department, we're removing dead trees and tree trimming like crazy. We're going left and right, day by day. We have a wonderful crew that is taking them down, removing them, and working together with other departments throughout the city on a day-to-day basis. Last Friday, day after Thanksgiving, we had a coordination between forestry and the demolition crew. Forestry went down and knocked these huge old trees on Trumbull over on the north end, and demolition went right behind them and picked them up and took care of them. So it was a great thing to do, and hopefully we can mirror that throughout the rest of the city, all in good time. Recreation, we've got the senior millage that we're working on right now. We have the senior centers at Pierce, Brennan, and Hasselbring. We're trying to get a good handle of that as well to see what we have and how we can get our biggest bang for our buck. Trying to get more programs, more education, just better the community, and again, another mirror image. You walk into one, and hopefully it will resemble the one that's across town. So, also in recreation, I don't know about today and the rest of the year, but as of yesterday, Swartz Creek Golf Course was still open. I think that's going to come to an end real close after tonight. And just so you know, the 2010 golf passes are now on sale. So if anybody has any questions on those, that would be great. My phone number, 810-766-7463. 766-7463. And since your question is right now, I'm joking. If there are any questions.
The weeds and things that are growing on Lakewood Drive to Livingston, they block your view. You can very easily hit someone. When will those be cut back and kept cut back?
I'll look into those. After we talk to you, I'll come over and talk to you. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Suzanne Wilcox, and I'm a program manager in the Department of Community and Economic Development. A lot of people are not familiar with the Department of Community and Economic Development, so I'm just going to outline a few things that we do and give you some numbers for some key services that we initiated in the past year. Basically, the department works to strengthen the long-term economic well-being of the city of Flint by promoting affordable housing, neighborhood revitalization, business development, and job growth. A lot of the programs that you hear about from other department heads or that are occurring in the community are funded through the Department of Community and Economic Development. We receive funding annually from several different sources, but our primary source of funding is the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and we're an entitlement community, so we receive approximately $5 million a year for the activities that I referenced, and these funds are used for things like demolition. The demolition program is funded almost entirely from Housing and Urban Development funds. We fund homeowner rehab in the city of Flint. We fund utility improvements. We funded senior center improvements. We fund code enforcement and a variety of public service activities like youth mentoring programs. Boys and Girls Clubs have been funded, victim advocacy, and different types of programs that assist underrepresented members of the community. One of the things we're moving towards with this administration is to really communicate more with the community so that everyone is more aware of what the department does and what resources there are in the city. One of the big emphasis that we are trying to do is to demonstrate the impact of the funds. Again, receiving over $5 million a year in entitlement funds, it's critical that you know where your money goes and that you can see where the impact of those funds are. So we're definitely working towards doing that and creating some performance benchmarks so that you're very clear as to how your tax dollars have been spent. The other thing we will be doing is marketing our programs more. So hopefully you will hear more and more about us. These sessions have helped us get the word out. And we're using this information as part of our consolidated planning efforts too. Next year we will have a consolidated plan due to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. That's the process that's used to get the funding into the community. And we're taking the information and your feedback from these sessions and using them in our consolidated plan preparation. So hopefully not only will it be used in the budget, but it will also be used in where the funding goes next year in our consolidated plan. And then I just want to highlight 4 programs, essentially 4 new programs that are being implemented right now through some new funding, some community development block grant funding. One is the water and sewer line repairs for low-income homeowners. This is a program that a lot of people are not aware of, but the department funds this program for people who have a financial need, who have a water or sewer line that is broken in need of repair, that the city, for which the city is not responsible for. It's their own water line, and if they meet income requirements, they are eligible to receive assistance through the department for this service. And the person, this is handled through the Human Relations Commission. The person that you need to talk to, and this information is on a sheet over here on this table, but I'm going to give you names and phone numbers now. So if you have this need or you know of someone with this need, the person that you need to speak with, her name is Sheena Bates, and she's in the Human Relations Department, and her number is 766-7430, and it's extension 2061. We received several recovery grants. One of them is the HPRP Homeless Prevention and Rapid Rehousing Program. And there's 2 new funding sources very important for our community. One is utility arrearage assistance. And this is funding for water, gas, and electric arrearages. So if you are in need of that service or you know of someone who meets income requirements, these services are available through the One Stop Housing Center, which is located in the Carriage Factory at 310 Water Street. And the number is 600-4525. Also there, they implement a program where they provide services for first month's rent and security deposits for homeless and people at risk of homelessness, of being homeless. We're trying to make sure that everyone is aware of this program, and the same number is available for that service. That number is 600-4525. And the final program that I want to highlight is the city implements a down payment assistance program. And this is for people who are looking to purchase a home. They're first-time home buyers, and they do not have the funds for closing costs or for down payment in order to be able to afford a monthly mortgage payment. The department administers that program directly, and the person that you need to speak with, her name is Christine Corbett, and the number is 766-7436, which is also my number, but her extension is 3012. So are there any questions? Yes.
I'm going to apologize, but I do have to leave. But I'm not sure I have seen the department represented that I'm actually addressing, and it's lights. I live in the Country Club Meadows subdivision, the new subdivision that was added, which covers Terrace Drive, Terrace Court, etc. We have been trying to get street lights up for a number of years and have been very unsuccessful. Our subdivision started through Crossman's Communities. They finished our subdivision with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 vacant lots that have not been completed. But now we're left with these little red poles that are sticking in the different spots of where street lights should be. So for us, it's a safety issue as well as we just want lights up so we can see as we're driving down our street. We have